In the first frames, we see Yuji Itadori waking up. Yuji Itadori looks around and sees lamps and papers on the walls. Itadori sees Satoru Gojo, the curator of the Magic Technical School. Where is Fushiguro, and what is this place? Itadori asks. We decided to carry out your execution in secret, Satoru replies. Afterwards, we see Itadori's house. He calls Sujisawa Hospital. Yuji Itadori asks how his sick grandfather is doing. I'll go and ask him now. The nurse replies and leaves. Leave me alone, don't come, says the naughty grandfather. I understand, I'll come by tomorrow evening, Yuji Itadori replies. Next we see Megumi Fushiguro, who is looking for a cursed item. Megumi Fushiguro opens the booth and sees that it is empty. The weather booth is empty, reports Megumi Fushiguro. Don't leave until you find him, they say to Megumi Fushiguro. Ready, confident, let's go, says Yuji Itadori. Yuji Itadori and his classmates are playing a board game. The head of the club comes in and tells them to vacate the office. You know our rugby field is closed, right? After the students were admitted to the hospital. Isn't that strange? Players complained about mysterious sounds and voices on the field. Then we'll find a newspaper article about the missing employee. Misfortunes in this field are connected with the spirit, says the girl. No, it's the tick's fault. Their bites cause fever. Yuji, you should be in athletics, the boss says. Yuji, you have to win the competition, the coach says. A problematic teacher has appeared, worse than the students, the head thinks. If you beat me, I'll leave you alone, says the coach. What's wrong with this rugby field? Asks Megumi Fushiguro. Fushiguro sees the curse and assumes it is level 2. Megumi Fushiguro continues to search for a special cursed item. Who took him? Where is he now? Megumi Fushiguro wonders. Coach Takagi throws the ball 14 meters away. The students gathered to watch the fight between Itadori and the coach. So should I throw it however I want? Asks Yuji Itadori. Yuji Itadori throws the ball straight into the goal, beating his coach. Yuji, why are you staying in our circle? The girl says. I always protect you from evil ghosts, Yuji replies. I would like to stay with you longer, Itadori says. If that's the case, then we don't mind, the girl replies. Yuji Itadori looks at his watch and remembers that it's time for him to go. Megumi Fushiguro sensed the cursed item in Itadori. Yuji Itadori goes into a store and buys a bouquet of flowers. Yuji Itadori visits his grandfather at Sujisawa Hospital. Grandpa tells Yuji Itadori to go to his circle. Listen to me, this concerns your parents, says the grandfather. Grandpa, there's no need to act tough before you die. Stop grumbling and just be yourself, Itadori says. Yuji, you are strong, help others, at least your loved ones. When you die, be surrounded by people. Don't end up like me, says Grandpa Itadori and dies. Yuji Itadori's grandfather died and the nurses were informed. Grandpa died, says Yuji Itadori, holding back tears. The nurses placed grandfather on the couch and took him to the morgue. Yuji packs his things and fills out his grandfather's death certificate. All the paperwork is now filled out, says the hospital nurse. Grandpa won't like it if I'm depressed, says Yuji. Yuji Itadori, we need to talk, says Megumi Fushiguro. The cursed item you have is very dangerous. Give it back. There are more than 10,000 deaths and disappearances in Japan every year. Most of them are due to various evil curses. All negative emotions become the source of curses. That's why many schools secretly keep cursed talismans. A powerful cursed item that repels other curses. The thing you have is especially dangerous, says Fushiguro. Yuji Itadori gives the talisman to Megumi Fushiguro, but it is empty. Yuji says that the contents of this talisman are with his friends. It's very bad, they could die, says Fushiguro. The occult circle needs thrills, says the girl. The girl unwraps the cursed talisman. Is it a human finger, a real one? The club members ask. Suddenly the lights go out and curses start coming out of the ceiling. Yuji and Fushiguro run to school to help the club members. The boys approach the school and Yuji stumbles upon energy. Stay here, says Fushiguro and climbs onto the gate. Wait for me here, says Fushiguro and heads off to school. Sasaki, a girl from the occult club, hides from curses. Sasaki, help me, Eguchi says, with a curse on his head. The curse is out there, I can still feel it everywhere. You can eat, says Megumi Fushiguro and calls the hounds. What I was afraid of was that I felt death here too. Then too, but I didn't notice it, I cried from sadness. Grandfather's death and what I feel now are different, thinks Yuji. There are more of them, says Megumi Fushiguro. Yuji Itadori also decides to go to the aid of his friends. Yuji Itadori kicks out the glass and attacks the curse. Yuji Itadori saves the girl, saying that death is unacceptable. What are you doing here, although you're a good boy for coming to help? My dogs are Shikigami, they are usually not seen, says Fushiguro. I've never seen spirits before today, I was a little scared. I want people to die a natural death, Itadori says. This is a special item, the two-faced ghost's finger. Give it to me. Run quickly, Megumi Fushiguro says upon seeing the curse. Megumi Fushiguro began to fight against a powerful curse. Itadori, take them and run away from here, says Fushiguro. If I leave, you will die, and then I will have nightmares. I have my own annoying curse, Itadori says. Yuji Itadori began to bite the cursed talisman. I know how to save absolutely everyone, Itadori thinks. Yuji Itadori swallows the finger of the two-faced ghost Sukuna. This is poison, he will die immediately, thinks Megumi Fushiguro. Yuji Itadori breaks the curse. Fushiguro is shocked. Yuji Itadori has acquired tattoos and an extra pair of eyes. Ah, light in the flesh, it's so much nicer to see, says Sukuna. A special cursed item has become flesh, Fushiguro thinks. What a wonderful era has come, there will be a massacre, says Sukuna. What are you doing with my body? Give it back, Itadori says. You are no longer human, I banish you, says Fushiguro.